This is Shay,
And this is Chyna.
and this is Streaming While Black. If you've never been here before, we talk a lot about famous strangers and their bullshit. Not to mention, we also recap TV shows and movies as we see fit. And as you can see in the background, today we're going to be talking about PValley. But before we get into that, we got to talk about these internet hijinks. Now, you did say that you wanted to talk about that Summer Walker shit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
So,
you probably know more about this than I do.
so Little Meech, as we all know, is we know he's a hoe.
Or
And,
Little
I mean,
Stinker, Little Musty,
little musty, little stank-a-lank, little stank-a-lank,
as Just Hilarious would say, Little Musty.
little musty, little. But let just hilarious, Kylie. She said they're both musty.
I mean,
The couple.
I know it's not popular to agree with Just Hilarious these days, but I see points that are valid.
I do too. Musty one and musty two. So he gets caught coming out of a woman's house. And we all kind of knew he was a cheater anyway. Like, I mean, come on. Like, I mean, anytime a woman gets on the internet, she has your chain on, and, you know, like, come on, it's very obvious that,
He
he
a
been
hoe.
fucking around. And he's a hoe. Like, that's just what he does. He slings that ding-a-ling all over the place.
Community
So he
D.
got caught coming out of a woman's house. But the crazy thing about it is that instead of him admitting that he fucked up, like his what he said was that the reason why he was coming out is because he was helping his cousin um, take her groceries in the house. However, if you watch the video or if you guys have watched the footage, he walks in the house with absolutely no groceries. So I'm confused as to what groceries he was taking in this woman's house because there were no videos, pictures, or anything of any of that. So yeah, it's crazy because it's like Summer Walker, you should know better. You should have fucking known better.
It's Summer Walker. We've been through this with her before.
Yeah,
I mean, and not to pick on her, because I'm really not trying to pick on her because
yeah,
her problem is not a very uncommon problem. It's hard to pick decent people these days, clearly. Okay.
absolutely.
I see the comments in the internet streets about how the dating pool got shit in it. So I mean, it is what it is. However, we are not talking about the important thing here. Okay. Now, if I fell and busted my head to the white meat and I believed what Little Meech was saying, that he was helping his cousin take
Take
groceries
her.
into the house, what the fuck did he do to his cousin to make his cousin unleash this footage in the internet
I,
streets? Because last time I checked, I only have access to my ring video footage. So she
well, it was an
had
apartment.
to.
Well, no, listen, it was an apartment complex that he went into. It was very obvious that it was an apartment complex that he went into, and he was in a building. So the person on the other side of the that lives on the opposite side of the woman is the one who captured the footage and sent that. However, I do think that it was a setup. I think that old girl got with her motherfucking neighbor and was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Release this footage so that it doesn't look like it's coming from me, because I need Summer Walker to know that, yeah, this nigga's a hoe, pretty
But
much.
but 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 why? I'm like Hardy. What is the reason? Because this shit is out of control. Like, first of all, let's say it's not a setup, right? But let's just
Right,
say the neighbor captured this footage.
right.
Neighbor needs hobbies. Neighbors need hobbies. May I recommend crocheting? Because that's too messy. And then even if it's not the neighbor, maybe the neighbor and the chick that he was fucking around with, maybe they was in collusion, right?
Right,
What
right.
is the reason? Like, what? Okay, like I'm under the impression, and maybe I'm old school here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm old, but
Mm-hmm.
last time I checked, you fucking with celebrities, you fucking with people with quote unquote bags and money. isn't the goal, if you fucking with them, to keep them so that they can
Absolutely.
continue to
That's
finance your
why,
lifestyle? So if you messing with somebody or creeping with somebody with some money that you're not supposed to be creeping with, you didn't fucked up the end goal,
you know,
because he's not
you know,
going to be
fumble the
with you
bag.
now.
At this
You
point,
don't know
we
how to
call
keep
that
a secret.
fumbling the bag because you pretty much you fumbled the bag. Like
Or if a
if
bag was even there, because some of these girls are dumb.
that part, you know, they'll just do anything to fuck with a nigga because they got money. If I'm messing with a celebrity and he has a girlfriend, let's just say that was the case, I am going to do everything in my power to keep that man around because I have one up on him. Like any wrong move, like I'm gonna tell everybody what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep him around, you know what I'm saying, and you know, he can't, you know, he's gonna be having to pay bills. He has to. He has to pay bills. He has to give me money to go shopping. He has to do all of these things to keep my mouth shut. And they call that hush money.
But you
So if
know what?
I'm fucking a man,
I
I
think
need some hush money.
I
I
think
need
this is the problem that we having though. The girls now, they don't know how to keep shit off of social media. So I don't think they're getting paid like we used to, because
I
they
mean,
want the clout. They value the clout more than they
more
do
than
the
that
actual
money.
cash.
Yeah, right. You're right. Which is the
Because
dumbest shit ever because it's like, I'd much rather have the cash than the clout, you know? Because with the cash, I can build my own, you know, empire. I can build my own business or whatever. Like, but to keep him around to me would have been more beneficial. And if she put that video out, that was the dumbest shit ever because now you fumbled your bag. If you again were even getting a bag.
I don't think she would. I mean, these girls can't be not doing the goofy shit that they're doing. They can't be, because like, what do you get out of telling? What do you get out of showing Summer Walker that her man is community dick? Like, what do you get out of that?
Absolutely
Like,
nothing.
what, that you could say in 20-25 years that you was fucking Summer Walker's man? Whoop de fucking do.
Or you know
Like,
what?
that's dumb.
Maybe she did it to break them up so that she can have him for herself. But again, that wasn't the smartest thing to do.
No, because how you meet
About
him is how you
it.
lose them. How you meet him is how you lose them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So honestly, Chyna, I think that a lot of these girls is just getting a wet ass and don't have nothing to show for it, because dick is a dime a dozen, famous
Right.
or not, they some hoes. So I'm not understanding what is the rate of return here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all getting for? Clearly not enough. Just clout. And honestly, from what I've been seeing lately, clout is cheap, extremely, extremely. So hopefully she got some parting gifts or something before
Yeah.
this is all over and done with, but probably not.
Yeah. But I honestly feel like that she went into cahoots with her neighbor and was like, hey, he's gonna be here at this time. We're gonna be coming in, or she could have been texting like we're
That's
walking in a
dumb.
building, turn your camera on, you know, like
That's dumb.
there was a guy who was her neighbor who recorded it on or that put the video out there on the ring camera. It was a guy, and he was like, "Oh, this doesn't look like Summer Walker," and as he released the video.
This
So
is dumb. This is
yeah,
so
it was
dumb.
definitely dumb. But hey, she said that what I did not like is that she used Jada's name. Like, you know, you didn't have to put her in there. You know, she has nothing to do with.
Yeah, I can
Um,
understand that.
yeah, I didn't. And it's like we've all met a fuck nigga like Meech. We've all been there and done that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You know, yeah, I get that you're upset, but like you don't throw another woman in the middle of your shit that had nothing to do.
it's Summer Walker though. Like, she is probably one of the most awkward ass R&B singers today. Like, be doing some really awkward ass shit on social media. You know what, nieces? Not everything is meant for social media. Like,
Absolutely.
straight up. Like, y'all might want to keep some shit for yourselves at this point, because you do realize the internet it's forever. Forever.
You delete it. You can't delete it. Once it's out there, it's out
Ugh.
there. There's no taking it back, especially when you're a celebrity, like they're gonna keep that shit.
Unless
One
you're
thing I've
Beyonce.
learned,
Unless you're Beyonce. Because Beyonce can have that shit scrubbed.
Beyonce can make anything disappear. But if you're not Beyonce, unfortunately, like that shit just lingers around. And as soon as some other shit pop up, like people start digging and they're gonna bring it back up again. So yeah, don't everything is not for the internet. But Summer Walker says she's done with it. I quite frankly don't think that she's done with it. I think that she's gonna go back. What do you think?
No, I think she's done. It's off to the next fuck nigga. Because that's fuck. She is the patron saint of fuck boys. Like, I feel her. I understand. We've all been there at one point in time. Some of us take up residency there, like Summer Walker. But it is what it is.
You know what Jada did say in response to what Summer Walker has said about her? She said, yeah, I've been there before, but it only took me one baby before, and now I learned my lesson. You had 3.
It's a lot of motherfuckers living in glass penthouses that are throwing a lot of fucking stones right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, Summer Walker does not need to be throwing any stones at anybody, but
No.
isn't Little Baby's part-time job fucking around on Jada Waiter?
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's what he's
you know what the
for.
classy thing to do would just be to ignore Summer Walker, because let's be very clear. Jada Waiter got more money than us, than Summer Walker, possibly Little Musty. I mean, she is a self-made woman, huh?
You think Jada has more money than Summer Walker?
Hell yeah. That's not disputed. Jada Waiter is self-made. Jada Waiter been having money since she was 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it this way. When Little Baby got with her, she had money. You know what I'm saying? She was already a millionaire. Like, I at least know that much about these people. But she had money. So I personally would not have addressed Summer Walker, because I would be like, get on my level, bitch, get on my level. Because, like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it won't, I hate to say this, but it's true. Unless Summer Walker got her tubes tied, it won't be long before the next fuck nigga comes along and knocks her up again.
And I love her. God knows I do. I love me some Summer Walker. Like, I love her music. Like, lately what I have not liked about her is she's very vocal about a lot of things nowadays. And it's like she used to be more quiet.
Nowadays? What do you mean nowadays? She's always been talking shit.
She kind of was understand to herself to me. Like
No.
She wasn't in a blog like that to me. Not as much
Yes,
as
she
she
was.
had been since she.
She's been in the blogs ever since she got knocked up the first time.
Yeah, because she was fucking with the other fuck boy, which he's with Shanzia now. So Shanzia.
I don't know who that is.
She is she is from the island. I want to say she's from. I want to say
she's a model.
I want to say she's Jamaican.
Is she a model? No, isn't she a singer?
Yeah, she's a singer. She's a rapper. Well, no, she's a rapper. She's not a singer. She's a rapper.
Yeah. She was on Angela. I think she was on like Lip Service or something.
Yeah. I think she's a Saka. I think is it Saka or something like that? The music. I
heard one of her songs. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, but yeah, she I mean, you would think with her being with London on the track, like her music would have gotten like a lot of play. But I like her old music. Like, I like a lot of her old music better than her new music.
Who, Summer?
No, Shanzia, but you don't know her, so we're yeah, I love her. Her older music was really, really, really good. It was a lot of reggae, but it was really nice.
Okay, well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're gonna leave Summer Walker to these streets, and we're gonna leave Big Meech to the sheets. Where he's always there. Big Meech, Little Meech, whatever. Little Speculate.
So, did you hear about Lizzo?
No, I did not hear about Lizzo.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. but was it like last year or 2 years ago? She did this whole like competition show on Amazon for her Big Girl Tour or whatever. I'm not a Lizzo fan or stan, but she for her shows, right, when she tours, she got big girl dancers.
Right.
So
Yeah.
she had a whole competition show on Amazon a little while back. And so now the I guess these were people that made the cut for that show and they've been on tour with her and everything. There's like three dancers that have filed a civil lawsuit against her. And they're alleging that she's abusive, bullying, sexual harassment, all kinds of interesting
Oh
things.
my God, not Lizzo.
It is, girl, if you get a chance, go and read
Oh
the
my
article. This shit is
God.
off the chain. Like, but just to sum it up,
Now this
three
right
dance.
here, I'm gonna have to start researching this because
So,
what?
so it was three dancers. Two got fired, and
Okay.
one quit in solidarity. So the
So
one
what
got
are they alleging that she did like the sexual
allegedly.
harassment?
What did
Like
she
what?
do?
Yes, allegedly,
Okay.
what did
Okay.
she
So
do?
allegedly she was berating them. Allegedly she was fat shaming them, which is what I had a hard time with. And then they were on tour, right? So they were overseas and they went to Amsterdam. So for whatever reason, I guess Lizzo thought it'd be a great idea to hang out with the workers and go to the red light district in Amsterdam. And they went to, okay. So in the red light district, they got hoes, right? And then
Right.
they also have sex
Okay, so
workers.
what is
They
the
do
red
sex
light?
shows.
What is the okay? What is the red light district? Is it like
Okay,
a
so Amsterdam has legalized prostitution.
oh
Right. So they have like you can walk, there's like a district. I've never been, this is what I've seen from movies and what I've read and what I've heard. So there's like a district that you walk through and they got storefronts. And in the storefront, some of the buildings have storefronts, and they be having hoes in the window like mannequins, let you
right?
know what's for sale.
Yeah,
Okay, and then they also have sex shows.
yeah.
So I don't know the extent of the sex shows. I don't know if they actually be doing some super, porno tricks. I don't
Right.
know if it's just like an illusion. I don't know if it's just like burlary. I can't say it, but I don't know if it's just like, a strip tease, a strip show. I don't know. But they went to one of these things. And allegedly, Lizzo peer pressured one of the dancers into touching one of the performers' titties. Another thing that they alleged was that Lizzo was trying to get one of the dancers to eat a banana that was sticking out of a performer's vagina. I don't know about that. And then they alleged that Lizzo bullied the security guard into getting on stage and stripping. Then they said that they were being harassed, sexually harassed. They were being bullied. They were being fat shamed. And this is all allegedly, because don't sue me because I don't have no money to give you.
Absolutely. You'll be wasting
And
your
then
time coming over here with us.
and then they said one of them said, I guess she was a virgin, and she said that someone on Lizzo's team was harassing her about sexuality and didn't like try to like I guess slut shame them. And I'm like, this. So here's the thing,
Nah.
people. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist person, okay? But what I will say is this: I'd like to see what happens with this case. As of right now, Lizzo has not said anything. Okay, there's been no response, no rebuttal from Lizzo as of taping of this.
Mhm.
But this should sound weird. Like it sounds like, and I'm gonna put my very small conspiracy theory
It
hat
sounds
on
like
because I
a
don't wear it
setup to me.
often.
It sounds like
Huh?
a setup. It sounds like a
That
bunch
yeah,
of
it
bullshit.
does. It sounds like she didn't piss
I
somebody
find
off.
it very hard to believe that Lizzo is fat shaming people when she is all for the big girls. She's always been, she is a big girl herself. And who hasn't been to like a strip club or somewhere and smacked a girl in the butt or tip grab? Like who
Yeah, but
hasn't
she's
done that?
but like encouraging, like they felt peer pressured to touch up. Now, here's the thing. I don't like strip clubs, but I have been to way more strip clubs than I would like to have been to in my adult life because peer fucking pressure. And if you've been to strip clubs more than I have, and you go with people that like going to strip clubs, that is the number one thing that people are going to do. Oh, get a lap dance. Oh, make it rain. Oh, like get into it. No, bitch, I don't even want to be here. I'm only here because I'm waiting for us to get to the next place. Or I'm only here because I heard that the chicken wings were fire. Like I am not here for the titties. I got titties to go. Like titties roll with me. You know what I'm saying? Like ass rolls with me. So
I can do that at my own titties.
So I can understand feeling peer pressure. That can be a little valid. All the other stuff, I don't know. It doesn't sound right. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that these people are lying. But I would like more information. I would like to hear from Lizzo.
I definitely need more information, and I don't believe it at all. Like I find it very hard to believe that this happened, and I think it's just a way for people to try to get some money. Like I mean,
I think Lizzo pissed somebody off.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and I think that they all came together and decided, hey, let's come up with this fucking story and say that she did this, that, and the other, and they're probably trying to sue her for some money. So no, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Like I just find it very hard to believe.
Yeah,
I mean,
hard.
The peer pressure, maybe she did, but you guys you were grown adults. I mean, and at the end of the day, I've been peer pressured to do stuff, but am I gonna go and be like, oh, like I was peer pressured to do this? Like I want to, sue you or whatever the case would be. No, like who gives a shit? Like, I still made the adult decision to go and do whatever I was peer pressured to do. So like, I don't know. So to talk about it or try to file charges, like it's just so lame to me. And they just need to leave it.
I mean, I can see it from a different point of view though. Like Lizzo is your employer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think things are different when people cut your checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do feel obliged to do certain things. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've gone out with people that you work with, and one of those people happen to be like a manager. I can see that. But I don't care who you are. This has happened to me before. I've had strippers cuss me out before. I'm not touching no titties. I'm not getting a lap dance. I'm going to drink my drink and maybe have some chicken wings and wait until we are going to the next spot.
Remind me to never take you to a strip club ever.
Oh yeah, I'm not good in a strip club.
I'm all for the making it rain and the touching the titties and grabbing the ass. Now, are you gonna go home with me? Absolutely not. However, I am all for.
I don't like girls.
No, I don't either, but that doesn't mean like I don't want to have fun and I can touching her ass and titties. Like
that's not fun for me. I mean, it's okay if it's fun for y'all. It's just not fun for me. Like now, I will like if I'm out of the country, I definitely go to the strip club. I'm interested in seeing how other people have strip clubs because they are different than the ones in the United States. But I'm not feeling on nobody. Yeah. That's just not my thing. Maybe if I like girls,
I'm all for the grabbing. I'm all for it. Like I've always, I enjoy the strip clubs. I enjoy. I mean, it's not something I want to do like on a regular basis, but when I go in there, I have fun. Like I'm gonna throw money. I'm gonna grab ass. I'm gonna slap your ass. I'm gonna, I've never touched titties. I've more touched ass than titties, but I'm all for having a good time. But you're not coming home. That's just not. I'm not attracted to a woman. I don't want you in my bed. No.
You can get a stripper to go home with you in Jamaica.
Is it going to be a male?
I just thought that I would share that little tidbit in case anybody.
That was like that was on my bucket list before I got married to go find me a Jamaican. Like I don't know, but I'm married now, so off the table. But I was all for it before. Like that was like my goal.
Why?
Because I don't know, much like, their accent, and I've seen, of course I have not been to Jamaica, but like I like the way they're built. I like the skin complexion. Like, I don't know, I've just always been attracted to Jamaicans. But I heard they're crazy as hell, so I don't know if I want to go that route now. I heard a lot of horror stories about Jamaican men. I heard that they're aggressive. I heard that they're controlling. I heard that they're I've heard the sex was not that great. I heard so many different things. Now this kind of like made me change my mind. But then again, I still want to find out for myself. But again, I'm married. But
the dream is over.
The dream is over. The dream is over.
Well, a lot of the points that you make are valid that I've heard.
Yeah.
And some of those points are not valid that I know. I'm gonna let y'all figure out which is which, because it's really
we'll have to talk about that off camera.
Right. So yeah. But this is a great segue into PValley. So
yeah.
Because of the fucking writer's strike, we do not know when we're going to get a season 3, but we are getting one. Okay. So in the meantime, in between time, we've decided to come back and recap season 2 of PValley because, well, shit, we didn't recap season 2 when it came out. So here we are. So we're going to go ahead and recap season 2, and we're going to start off with the first episode, which is called PuzzyLand. And I'm going to read the synopsis, and it is: still reeling from the events of murder night, the Pink family faces off against a new foe, Rona. Now, before we started recording tonight, I did something that I probably should have told you to do as well, but it was just a spur of the moment. And that was, I was just like, oh, let me go and watch our recap of last season's final episode, right? The season finale.
That's what I should have done.
And I wasn't thinking, otherwise I would have mentioned it to you well when we decided to do this. And I remember that the last 2 episodes of last season, we weren't really feeling. We weren't feeling. I mean, like a little bit we was feeling, but not a whole lot.
But not a whole lot. Yeah.
I mean, you got what you wanted, which was Derek got his ass whooped. Like Diamond whooped that Dallas. Diamond whooped Derek's ass.
Whooped his ass.
But
after he called him a nigger.
It wasn't giving what we wanted it to give, but we still enjoyed the season overall. At least I did.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it as well. I should have went back and watched the recap because it's been so long since I've watched PValley that I had to get like back into the characters and their names, and but it was actually pretty cool to watch season 1 of PValley. Well, season 2, episode 1 of PValley. It was actually pretty cool. It was, it was a couple parts I was like, I'm pretty sure I would have missed back then that I caught on to now. So yeah, let's just get into it.
All right. So they start off the episode, and I don't know if you was like me, bestie. I was just like, who is this nigga? Like, it looked like he was at a Motel 6. I don't know what was going on, but he had to leave that situation, and I was so happy for him because I was ready to leave that situation, and I wasn't even there. And he goes to the PuzzyLand car wash. And I was just like, that damn Uncle Clifford is so innovative. He's so creative. And okay, I don't know, because this is my second time watching this season, right? I think you watched it when it first aired too, right? Or is this your first time?
No. I did watch half of the season, but I didn't watch the full season.
Okay.
So yeah, I watched half of it. But the funny part, since we're actually on that, is so he pulls up to the car wash, but before he gets to the car wash, he looks over at the board, the poster,
the billboard.
The billboard, and he could have either went to go do to watch the gospel. It was like a gospel show going on, or he could have went to the strip club. Do you remember that scene where he looked over and then he looked over, he said, fuck that. And he pulled up to the car.
Like, when I first saw that scene, I was just like, is there a revival tonight? Like, what is going on? And
that was the funniest shit ever. Instead of going to the gospel show, he pulls up to the fucking car wash where they got free chicken wings. And yeah.
Okay, so I want to know, how much was the PuzzyLand car wash? Because they never said how much it was.
No, they just said free chicken wings and the car
I guess
wash.
it was I mean, like, where I did not see any money collected.
I didn't see any money. Like, I didn't even see. Yeah, I'm thinking like, well, damn, you could at least told him how much it was for him to go in there and you know, and see the strippers and get his rocks off. But there was never a price, so unfortunately,
yeah, I didn't understand that. But
that's a mystery
okay,
we know nothing
but
about.
did you notice? Because I didn't notice the first time I watched this. Did you notice when he was pulling his car into the car wash? Did it look like a coochie?
Yes. Oh my God.
I fell out. Because at first I was just like, wait a minute, is this a coochie? Like a coochie. I'm like, y'all play too much. Y'all play entirely too much.
Up, you might get wet.
I was just like, okay. And all in all, right? Like, if you remember back to what was going on when we was on lockdown, right? That was a great idea.
Absolutely.
It was a great idea.
Great idea. Absolutely.
So
whoever came up with that, it was really good.
You know, it was Uncle Clifford. There's no doubt about it. That was Uncle Clifford. But that's why I'm so curious to understand, how much was they paying for the damn car wash? Because Mercedes felt that she was supposed to get way more money than what she got.
Yes.
So is she wrong for that? Do you think?
Not. No, because if you think about it, she is the one, she's the star of the show. She's the one that everybody is coming to see. She should be getting more money. And when I saw the damn account in negative after she got paid, girl, I died. I fell out. It was like negative, like $200 and something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you pay me? She was like, yes, I paid you.
See, but and then it makes me wonder, right? If she wasn't paying the mortgage on the house, if she wasn't paying the mortgage on the gym, would she really be complaining about her cut? Because let's be very clear, everybody lost money during COVID, right?
Absolutely.
So there's only so much money that was coming in anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was saying, like, is she right to say that she deserves a bigger cut? When in actuality, how much a bigger cut of what? Because it's definitely a smaller fraction of what you would have been pulling in if it hadn't been COVID.
Yep, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of that, like, you know, they lost so much money, and they pretty much, the PValley people were broke because they had Diamond as a security guard at the dollar store.
Girl, I was surprised. Okay, so first and foremost, when I saw Keyshawn performing in that room, the first thing I thought this watch and the last watch was, Derek ain't never gonna let her ass leave that room. She is gonna be swinging on a pole in the room for fucking ever.
For fucking ever.
Because he didn't even want to let her out the house.
No.
And I'm like,
he looked so different from season 1 than he did from season 2. Like, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I had to keep looking at something. Is that the same guy? Like, did they switch? You know, I thought they may have hired somebody else to play him. Mm-hmm. But then as I kept looking, I'm like, well, I guess it is him.
Right.
But in a way, I kind of thought it was somebody else. I was like, maybe they got another actor.
Yeah, it was just so weird. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that she thought that Diamond was gonna be cool and everything, and he was just gonna accept her apology like nothing happened. Like, bitch, you pulled a gun on this man. You can't be pulling guns on people and expect them to be all cool with it after the fact. Mm-hmm. Especially when he was whooping your man's ass because your man was getting ready to whoop your ass.
Yeah. And he brought up the fact that, the reason why he beat his ass is because he called him a nigger. And she was like, he would never do that. He would never do that. And it's like, but he did. But he definitely did. He definitely, you remember that when he called him a nigger? Yeah.
You know what? Has somebody who has dated white men before? It will happen.
It definitely will.
It will happen. Some
Definitely
kind of form of that will happen. If they don't go ahead and say with a hard ER, they're gonna say something close like black bitch. That's a good one. That is a good replacement. If they will call you that, you push the right button, it'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I'm looking at her like,
person.
and I'm looking at her like, you know, he didn't call you some fucked up shit before. Stop it.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, girl, they didn't bury the mayor. Did you see all that damn green?
I did.
If that wasn't the countryest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Girl, but the funny part to me, guys, is Uncle Clifford's, is that his aunt?
Who?
The lady who wanted her chitlins, honey.
That's his grandmother.
It's his grandmother. Okay. So funny thing is she was like, oh, I don't give a damn about this COVID stuff. I'm going to get my chitlins.
She was serious.
Uncle Clifford go out the house, honey, for them chitlins. She was not playing.
I'm sorry, but chitlins ain't never that. Like I'm never going to risk a plague for some chitlins.
I'm looking for some good chitlins.
No, fuck that. No. That shit, you know what? Chitlins is bait and switch. Because I remember when my mother would cook them on the holidays, and I would not know what she's cooking, and the shit smells so good. And then I get downstairs and I'm like, oh, chitlins.
But you know what though? That's how you know your mom can cook.
That shit tastes like rubber bands.
Most people, most people chitlins, you will know if they're safe to eat because they'll smell like shit. Let's keep it real. Like if somebody has not cleaned their chitlins well, your house will smell like shit.
Well,
so that's how we know your mama can definitely go throw down.
Well, she always would get the pre-cleaned ones and then she would clean them again.
Go back and clean them again. Yeah.
But again, that shit tastes like it tastes like rubber bands with seasoning salt. This shit's nasty, man.
I don't agree with you there. I love them.
That I'm sticking to that.
You put some hot sauce on?
Yeah, shit's still nasty. Like first of all, I'm not a big hot sauce person, but if you have to put hot sauce on some shit to make it taste better, it's probably not good to begin with.
Oh, that's not true. It's the hot sauce.
One other thing that you put hot sauce on that's good by itself, but hot sauce makes it extremely better.
Greens.
I don't put hot sauce on greens.
I do. I always put hot sauce on it.
But you know why? You know why I don't do that?
Right.
Because when we make our greens, we already use pepper anyway. Like they're already spicy. Mm-hmm. So okay, cabbage. I mean, I think I've put hot sauce on cabbage before.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I'll let you have that, I guess.
Chicken?
No, I don't put hot sauce on chicken. My husband does. I don't. But I will put some hot sauce on catfish and pork chops.
Yeah, and it makes it taste better, right?
Definitely on the pork chops, definitely on the catfish. But girl, we getting off topic. Because I could go on and talk about catfish. Okay. So speaking of food, side note, I would really love to taste the weed wings. I really want some weed wings. I do. Like they look good. And I feel like I should try and make some one day. Allegedly. Maybe. I'm not. Because I'm cheap. And that means going to the dispensary and spend, you know what? Anyway.
So where did you see this at? The weed wing thing?
At the Marsh, at the PuzzyLand. Remember, you get the free wings.
But I didn't know the wings had weed in them.
You remember last season they was making chicken wings, infused chicken wings.
I don't remember that. See,
girl.
I should have hit that recap. I should have went to the recap.
That was the reason. Remember, that was the reason why a lot of people they was running out of wings because of the infused chicken wings.
Infused.
Okay, so the mayor then died,
Mhm.
and everybody and their mama is wearing all the lime shades of green that they could find.
All the lime green that you can ever find.
Girl, so funny side note about this, right? So the mayor was played by Isaiah Washington. You know who that is?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so they didn't killed his ass off on yet another show. So this man is clearly upset about this.
Yes.
He said it was because they kicked him off the show because of some things that he said about the VP, about Kamala, VP, Kamala Harris. So,
Yeah.
and the writer and the creator of the show is just like, Lionsgate ain't got nothing to do with this. They are not the reason why he got kicked off the show. We wrote him off because you know what? Things move on. Stories change. If you ask me, I think he was talking some shit, saying
He
some things,
probably
making
got
people
into it with
angry.
somebody. He could have possibly got into it with somebody and they were
Yeah.
like, or maybe they just didn't feel like he was the best actor, and they felt like somebody else could come in and, so.
Or he wasn't needed.
That's true.
Once they finished the Promised Land plot, right? The casino is not coming to Chigalisa. What do we need with the mayor now?
Right. There's no need for him at the end, especially not in this role,
Nah. So okay, so we have the repass, we have all his kids, both of the juniors, all of the juniors.
Right.
I can't believe this man had 6 kids and had like 3 juniors. What kind of shit is that? All right, so they have that, and then Uncle Clifford got to step out in all of they finery to get them chitlins.
To get them chitlins.
And then Corbin brother comes up into the situation and want to start some shit. Talking about he gonna be mayor. He's getting ready to be the interim mayor. And I'm just like, where do you do that at? This is a whole motherfucking funeral. Like, this is the repast. I'm like, I expect people to have any coof up north. But in the South, I expect a little decorum. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So tell me this: what do you think is going to happen on episode 2, season 2? Do you think that Chyna is going to get the hell out of the house? Because I do. She is over here she is trying to find any way to get out of the house, to break free and go back.
Absolutely. She is trying to get out that damn house as quickly as possible. And absolutely. We got to talk about Little Murder. Little Murder is the most determined man. He is trying to make it. Like, he's going to make it. It's going to happen for him. He is going to continue working until he get it right. I'm not mad at him. Not at all. And I'm not mad at Keyshawn's manager either. Her ass is literally in a room all day, every day with 400,000 people watching, swinging on a pole, and she got lash and weave endorsements. She can't even leave her goddamn bedroom. I'm not mad at that manager. He doing the damn thing. So yeah, absolutely, Keyshawn is gonna get out that damn house.
You think he's gonna go back to her ass again?
Yeah, I think so. Because he's a weird one. Like, he just wants to possess her. And it's so weird and odd, and I'm just not understanding, like, where is this coming from? Like, why is this a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why she just won't leave this motherfucker?
Right.
Like, it's clear she can make the money, so that's what I'm not understanding.
And he has actually he has turned into a housewife, a house man, or whatever you want.
House husband.
So we're gonna have to find out what's gonna happen on season 2. Episode 2. I'm curious to find out.
Yeah, episode 2. I think we're gonna see them get out this house. because they getting ready to have this 30 dozen tour. So this is getting ready to be interesting because he said 12 cities in 12 days. And
Right.
I'm like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
That's a lot.
I honestly think he's gonna go back to the strip club. I think he's gonna start back performing at P-Valley. I don't really think that he's gonna go on tour.
He's
That's
going
just
on
what
tour.
you
He's
think
going
so?
on tour. Yeah, hell yeah, he's going on tour. Because remember, they were, and I could be wrong. So I apologize if I'm wrong. But I believe last season they were talking about going on tour before all that shit happened at Murder Night. So I think it makes sense. They got people that are interested. People are watching them online. Like they got views. So why not?
Right.
So I think that'll happen. I think for the next episode, we're gonna see how well Mercedes plays with others because they're gonna get new strippers.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
And I
So
don't think that Autumn, Haley, or whatever, I don't even know what we're gonna call this chick, but I don't think Light Bright is wrong to hire more dancers. They clearly need more dancers. Toy and them ain't gonna do it. Who coming to see Toy? Everybody coming to see Mercedes. But I think the problem with Mercedes is that she's afraid of the competition and her shoulder hasn't healed.
that's true.
Her
Do
ass is
you
getting old, and I need her to just acknowledge that shit.
Mhm. Do you think that old boy's gonna take the money and try to talk the old girl into selling them P-Valley so that they can build over it? You think
I
he's
think
gonna
he's
try
gonna
to?
try.
I think he's gonna try as well.
He's
I
gonna
think
try. I don't know if he'll succeed, but I think he's gonna try.
I
Plus,
definitely
he wants that old thing. He want to get back into it.
definitely does. He definitely does. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Like I really am. Like I think once we get deeper into the season 2, we'll have more to talk about. We've
Mm-hmm.
only recapped episode 1, season 2. So once we get really into it, we'll have more to talk about. You guys comment down below and let us know, like, what do you think? Like, do you think that, they're gonna end up trying to sell P-Valley? Do you think that there's gonna be another murder at P-Valley? Yeah, let's, what? Like, let us know. Because I'm
Yeah,
curious.
let us know what you think. I know y'all probably watched it last year, but hey, we ain't getting another season for quite some time, so go ahead and rewatch it. And if you like me and you normally don't rewatch shows, P-Valley is an exception. There's not too many shows that you can rewatch and really enjoy.
Yeah.
I rewatched it last night I rewatched it last night. My husband just happened to be there. By the end of the show, he was watching too. So that just gives you an idea and about how good the show is and how well written it is. So
Very
definitely drop
well.
down below and comment. Let us know what you thought of the season opener to season 2 P-Valley. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share. Let people know
Absolutely.
that you are interested in what we have to say about P-Valley and other things.
And if you guys have any movies or shows that you recommend that are really good that you want us to recap, let us know down below as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Right now, we are all in the struggle together, and there is nothing on TV
Yes.
to watch. So we're trying
No.
to give you guys the best recap shows that we can, that you guys would be interested in.
As
So
long as they're
definitely,
melanated.
because
We
we all
gon'
for the black people.
we gonna let the white folks do their
We
own
all
thing.
for the black
But
people.
as long
Absolutely.
as they are black, as long as they're melanated, just to give you an idea of some of the things that I've been watching. If you like weird things and comical absurd things, I'm a Virgo on Amazon Prime is good. It's interesting. Um and I think we're still gonna recap They Clone Tyrone, right? Did you get an
Absolutely. We
opportunity to
are
watch
going
it?
to recap that.
Oh yeah, that was good. I'll rewatch it again. It was good.
We're gonna start doing 2 shows a week instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, but once we get more further into like the shows, we can. I think it's gonna get interesting.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
get really,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
Huh? Well, are we done and finished?
Finish and we done.
All right. That's a wrap.
It's a wrap. See you guys next time.